them.
What happens if I'm a female and you're a male?
What if I'm black and you're white?
What happens if I am a Y chromosome and an X doesn't really exist?
What happens if we actually talk out of our nose and we listen through our ears?
What if our hearts are not our hearts and they're literally just a piece of gum?
What happens when our hands don't move like they should?
Who one day woke up and said, I want you to put shoes on and walk?
Who said there's got to be electric in a house?
How is electric generated when they come out and read the meter? They can tell us anything.
Why do they have to come out and read a meter if they should have the meter readings at the stations?
Why is it called ice cream if ice can't be cream together?
What's the difference between hot and cold?
Why it takes time to heat up cold water, but it doesn't take time for cold water to cool?
That's deep.
That was deep.
Why do people take hot showers and not ice cold showers?
Why on hot days do people still take hot showers but complain that they're hot?
Why do they call it air conditioning when it's not really conditioning air?
Why is it called shampoo when there's no sham and poo sounds nasty?
Why is it called a glass when it could be made out of plastic?
Why were we built? Like, who decided to put a colon in us and said that you're going to sit on the toilet and you're just going to let loose?
Why do we have to let loose?
Why do we have to pee?
Why do we have to breathe?
Yeah, who said that you're going to breathe? What if happens if our minds says you can't breathe no more? What do we do?
What if our heads were really our feet and our feet were really our heads?
What happens if we procreate with a fish? Will we get gills?
What happens if we procreate with a dolphin? Do we start talking dolphin?
Could we make love to a dog and have a puppy?
Can we make love to a cat and have a kitten?
What happens if...
Or could they have a baby?
That's true. What happens if a kitten stays a kitten and then no longer becomes a cat?
Can kittens stay kittens just like people become dwarfs?
Is there such thing for a midget kitten?
Why aren't kittens and dogs made with extra chromosomes and have mental disorders?
What happens if a dog is really talking to each other and then in their minds we're barking?
What makes a vegetable good for your body?
Why do they say vegetable state, but vegetables grow?
Why do roots have to be in the ground?
Why is it concrete? Who said one day that it's going to be concrete?
Why is a stone a stone?
Why do they call it neurons? Like you're a moron.
That's deep.
That was deep. Very.
Why do we have brain matter? And why isn't it just brain cells?
Who invented English? The talking like English. Who invented that?
Why is it called English?
Exactly. Why isn't it called...
Why isn't it called...
Why is it called... Bop, 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 bop?
Why do we in America speak English and people in Italy speak Italian?
Why at the drive-through ATM there's Braille, but if you're blind, you're not supposed to be operating a vehicle?
That's a good question.
Very scary.
And why, when on a door, it says push-pull, but it's not in Braille? Do they not open doors?
That's true. That's true. Why are they making touch-free doorknobs, but they're making you put your wrist in the door? You're touching it.
Why can't you touch doorknobs?
Why, when you go inside of a Wawa store, you have to press the door to go inside and then pull to leave? Doesn't that cause more germage?
Why is there things called movies?
Why is it considered to be a convenience store when nothing in there is convenient?
Why do kids get to school but adults stop learning?
Why do they call our mind a sponge when we were first born, but we're not allowed to squeeze a baby's head because it's soft?
Why do women have to carry the baby and not the man?
That's true. Why? How does a female create milk, but a cow already has milk? Are female cows?
Why can't a man produce milk? They have nipples.
Why do they call it testosterone and then estrogen? Estrogen sounds like a female name. Testosterone sounds so manly. What happens if the roles are switched? What happens if I'm a female?
What happens if there's no oxygen on Earth and all the trees are cut down and they don't produce oxygen anymore?
Who woke up one day and said, today is Tuesday, December 26th, 8 o'clock?
Why is there got to be months?
Who
Why
made
can't
time?
it just be like, it's a day?
And who made the time up? Who said today is called time? What is time?
Why do we live our life like that?
Why are we even, how do we exist?
Why do we live our life every day with times, days, and hours?
Why, when we sneeze, we close our eyes and someone says, bless you?
Why, when we cough, everybody looks at us weird?
Why must we wear a mask, but if someone farts, you can still smell the fart? What is protecting us? It's not protecting us.
Why do we have to fart? Why does our body produce gas?
And why when people fart, they laugh? What's funny about letting out gas?
Why do people pretend they don't fart?
Who woke up one day and said, you're going to sit on that toilet and you're going to make business?
Why do people bring the newspaper to the toilet?
Why do people play Sudoku while they use the toilet?
Why do people play around in the bathroom with games?
That is not a funny place to play around.
No.
That's where business happens. Why do people don't take things serious?
Why is emergency exit signs on top of doors when you're supposed to stop, drop, and roll, and you're not? Shouldn't it be on the ground?
Wow, that's deep. That's real deep. Why in a fire do people scream fire? Why?
Why do things catch on fire?
Why do things catch on fire, but things don't catch on water?
Deep.
Deep. Very.
Why do people get hobbies and then they say they're bored?
Why, when you fan yourself as a kid, your parents will say, you're only making yourself hotter? But why do we buy fans? I'm tapping into something.
You are. Why do they say when it rains, it pours?
But when it snows, they don't say when it snows, it blizzards.
Or when it's sunny, it sunnies.
When the wind is windies.
Or when a hurricanes.
Why when rain meets snow, it's called sleet. But when rain meets wind, it's not called wind swing.
Why do people wear glasses?
Why do people not wear glasses?
Why do your eyesight go bad?
Why? What is a burp? Where did a burp come from?
True. Why does your stomach growl when you're hungry, but when you're full, it doesn't go, oh?
Wow. That was deep. Like why doesn't it sigh when it's ready, when it's done?
Yeah.
Wow. What happens if we are eating just to eat? How do we know when we're done?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, why does the stomach get full?
Like right now, our stomachs are growling, but we just ate. Are we full? Are we hungry? What's next?
Why does a nose produce mucus?
Mm. How come when I walk, I feel like I can walk forever, but then my toes hurt?
Why can you feel like you can walk forever, but you can't run forever?
Ooh. Why did they call it an athlete? It's a weird name.
Yeah. And then why did they call it athlete's foot?
Ooh. Good question. What happens if I am not an athlete? Can I still get an athlete's foot?
Ooh.
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 What's the difference between a home and a house?
Wow. Why would they call it a home wrecker, but if you live in an apartment?
What do you
Ooh.
know about a home wrecker?
Why are you threatening me? Why am I nervous?